Pokemon Ruby 2 has still been under heavy development for months now, and I wanted to show off some of the progress I made and go over some of the new mechanics more in depth. I also want to explain a little more of the story of Pokemon Ruby 2 because many of you have had questions about it. As of now, Pokemon Ruby 2 is hacked up to the 5th gym, so I think I've made great progress in the first 3 months of development, and I still want to shoot for a summer 2025 release day. Really quick, I just wanted to say thanks for all the positive feedback you guys have been giving me. It really inspires me through such a large project, and it helps me not get burned out as easily. Creating ROM hacks is very difficult and time-consuming, and the fact that we're not allowed to make money directly off them is tough too because I have to spend so much of my free time working on it. Now, let's get a little more into the details of what I've been working on. My goal for Pokemon Ruby 2 is not only to make a sequel hack of Pokemon Ruby, but I also just wanted to flesh out the Hoenn region in a whole new way that's still true and nostalgic to the original game, but brings a new experience with features Pokemon fans enjoy. Also remember, this is a binary ROM hack, not a decomp hack, meaning it won't feature many of the spiciness that newer ROM hacks have provided to the community. So I just want to let you guys know I'm getting creative within the limitations of the base game mechanics. One of my favorite new features I just added to Pokemon Ruby 2 are hidden spots around the Hoenn region called Secret Grottos. These Secret Grottos are basically the hidden grottos we've seen in the Unova games, but at the same time they replace secret bases we've known Hoenn for. You can find slightly weakened spots within the cliffs or trees that give you access to Secret Grottos by using TM's Secret Power. Since I got rid of the original secret bases, I think this is a great way to repurpose this field move and allows for greater exploration of the region. Secret Grottos contain either static Pokemon encounters or rare items, such as Evolution Stones. Secret Grottos also won't be too difficult to find, but they're also hidden enough to where if you're running through a route, it'll be easy to miss one. I always like the idea of backtracking in areas you've already visited in the game to bring about new exploration in the gameplay. The Pokemon static encounters also have a significantly higher chance of being shiny, and many of them will be pretty high level for their points they appear in the game, making them a great options to add to your team. TM Secret Power can be obtained from Brandon after beating the 4th gym, and I also wanted to show you guys that all the Mighty Frontier Brains make an appearance in this ROM hack despite it being a Ruby sequel instead of Emerald. The Battle Frontier never existed in Ruby, but I wanted to show what these trainers were up to since they're not occupying the Battle Frontier facilities. Another Frontier member, Lucy, makes an appearance at an all-new tournament facility I created that's in Mauville City. This tournament gameplay is somewhat inspired by the Pokemon World Tournament, also being from the Unova games, and I created a little visual bracket that shows the trainer's progress in the tournament. These tournaments are also similar to Pokemon Colosseum and XD in a way, in which your Pokemon still gain experience, so the facility still ties in directly to your regular playthrough. As of now, I've only made one round of the tournament, in which you face off against Trainer Lucy at the end, and winning it gives you several items including the Poke-Flute, that you can use to wake up a sleeping Snorlax in Verdanturf. I would like to expand upon the tournament idea for sure, randomizing the trainers that you go up against and add other special characters like gym leaders. I haven't gotten it to that point yet, but it's something I have planned for the future. Now, one thing I wanted to show off and emphasize in this game is the amount of content you get in between each of the 8 gyms of Hoenn. I never liked that in some of the Pokemon games I feel like I'm just rushing from one gym to the next without much else going on. This is why I wanted to add lots of gameplay in between each of the gyms, so you can enjoy more content and experience many more hours of gameplay. For example, if you saw my last development video, you'll know that you get to travel through Hoenn in a whole new path, focusing more on the new mountainous terrain as opposed to Hoenn's well-known expansive sea. Traveling the region in a new way allows me to get more creative with where you have to go and where you have to backtrack. After defeating the Mauville Gym, which is the 4th gym in this game, you get to go back to Mount Chimney and chase after Team Magma with Steven and your rival George. And here you discover the remains of Lavaridge Town, which was destroyed after the eruption of Mount Chimney. This gameplay then takes you either south through the cycling path down towards Slateport, or east upwards towards Fortree City, where the next gym is. Since Ruby 2 is focused more on the new terrain Hoenn has to offer, some locations near the sea such as Slateport City are completely optional areas to explore but will offer some secret gems. Now at this point in development, I don't want to spoil too much of the changed locations because I want you all to experience this yourselves when the game releases, but I'll go over a little bit of the game's story since many of you were asking. The biggest question I got is what's up with Pokemon Ruby's main characters Brendan and May? Well, in Pokemon Ruby 2, we have a scenario in which Team Magma accomplished their goals of the original game, which is to use Groudon's power to expand the land. So this means that nobody was able to stop them, implying that the original Brendan or May never actually existed in this world. Your allies, Steven and Wallace, were present in the original game, so they were the only ones who attempted to stop the destruction, but have failed to do so because there was no hero character who existed at the time. Now your character, whose design is obviously taken directly from Brendan and May, is a whole new character who, if you didn't know from my first Ruby 2 video, was raised in the Sevi Islands by their grandpa and returned to Hoenn many years after the chaos Hoenn experienced, which is why you were sent away as a child in the first place. Many people and Pokemon perished from the destruction of Hoenn, causing many people to relocate, and habitats of Pokemon have changed greatly. Some of you have said this is kind of a dark plot for a Pokemon game, and you'd be right, but Pokemon games in the past have definitely shown the effects of a past war or destruction, but this specifically ties more into the story, as you and the people you meet are all directly affected by it. Now, Professor Birch's goal in this version of Hoenn is researching how a changed landscape affects the Pokemon ecosystem. He also received the Johto starters from Professor Elm to give to you, but there will be another way to obtain Hoenn's original starter Pokemon about halfway through the main story. Former champion Steven also acts as your mentor in this game, and joins up with you and your new rival in taking down Team Magma, who has returned after 10 years and wants to completely destroy Hoenn and recreate the region in their own image, because their initial goals did not satisfy them. Team Aqua is still present and wants to take down Team Magma, but secretly still wants to accomplish their own goals of expanding the sea. So they are not the good guys either, and you'll learn that pretty early on in the game when they rob a Pokemart for resources. I hope this kind of clears things up as far as the story goes. It may be too simple for some of you, but my core focus on creating ROM hacks is the gameplay experience, and I want to build the story around the gameplay rather than building the gameplay around the story. Pokemon Sun and Moon. Right now, I'd like to say Pokemon Ruby 2 is about halfway finished. I've spent so much time working on it for the last 3 months, and still have lots of ideas of things to add, so you'll have to be patient. Some of you also asked if Ruby 2 is getting a demo, and the answer is no. I did a demo for my last ROM hack, Pokemon Emerald Mini, and a lot of you enjoyed it, but I think it's more fun to just get hyped up for a full release, so you can experience a full game playthrough and enjoy it all at once. I'll also be looking for some beta testers soon. That way the game can be more bug-free and polished for its final release. But more info on that will be available on my Discord server, so join our server if you're interested. Speaking of our Discord server, we also have a new digital shop available in which you can buy some Pokemon Emerald mini wallpapers for your mobile device. These wallpapers come in 2 packs and feature mini versions of Hoenn's iconic locations. I wanted to make them cheaper than $2.99, but that's the lowest price Discord allows me, so that's why I made these available in 2 packs. The money made from this is to support the King Crady YouTube channel, because as our community grows, I want to be able to make the best quality content for you guys to enjoy. Speaking of supporting, you can also become a YouTube channel member at the link down below, and get a cool badge next to your username when you leave a comment, and I will feature your name in the credits of my future videos, displaying your support that helped create the video. Thank you guys so much for getting our channel to 25,000 subscribers. I love you guys and appreciate your interest in these Pokemon ROM hacking videos. Feedback on Pokemon Ruby 2 is always appreciated, as you guys know, so feel free to leave a comment. I hope you guys are excited for Ruby 2's eventual completion as I am. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.